Virat Kohli dragged into Lord's nonsense. Atherton seeks forgiveness after degrading test. There's no place for. After Mohammad Siraj was fined for a fiery send-off, Mike Atherton recalled Virat Kohli's shoulder barge, urging restraint in fiery India-England Lord's clashes. In addressing the on-field clashes during the Lord's Test match between India and England, which ended on Monday, former captain Mike Atherton dragged Virat Kohli into the discussion as he recalled his shoulder barge episode during the tour of Australia last year. Atherton's comment came after ICC punished India fast bowler Mohammad Siraj for provocative language and gesture in his aggressive send-off to England opener Ben Duckett on day 4 of the Test match. The incident occurred in the opening session on Sunday in London when Siraj aggressively celebrated Duckett's dismissal, and in his follow-through, made contact with Duckett when the batter was on his way back to the Lord's long room. Siraj was fined 15% of his match fees and handed 1 demerit point. Addressing the situation in his column for The Times, Atherton called for balance, urging that while fiery passion is part of Test cricket's charm, physical confrontations like Kohli's shoulder barge or the Britton-Karsravindra Jadeja clash should have no place on the field. Forgive me for degrading the report of a great match with this nonsense, but wouldn't spectators rather see players caring too much, rather than too little, about playing tests? No one, of course, wants to see physical altercations on the field of play, or sustain nasty verbal abuse. There should be no place, for example, for the shoulder barge that Virat Kohli initiated in the Boxing Day Test in Melbourne last Christmas, when he diverted from his path to deliberately walk into Sam Consta's. In a match where there was plenty of spice and niggle, tempers flared as Carson Jadeja collided mid-pitch, although the impact was entirely accidental, after Jadeja had deflected the ball towards third man, with both players ball-watching rather than minding each other's path, he wrote. The Kohli incident had taken place on day 1 of the Boxing Day Test in December last year, when the former India captain had deliberately walked up to Australia batter Sam Consta and bumped his shoulder, which was followed by a heated exchange between the two. Despite his act, Kohli escaped major sanctions after the ICC announced that he had accepted a fine worth 20% of his match fee. Atherton also drew parallels between the Lord's Test match and England's historic ICC World Cup win 6 years back at the very same venue. 6 years ago to the day, Lord's had witnessed the most remarkable finish to any cricket match, when the World Cup final was decided on a boundary countback after a super over. Now the game delivered an extraordinary finish again, with 2 of the protagonists from that day, Stokes and Jofra Archer, taking center stage, Atherton remarked. Don't forget to subscribe for more cricket news, controversies, and expert insights from around the world.